Alright, we're back. Do the rest of Act 2. Good times. Alright, no waypoint. Stroll over this way. Ooh. That was a nice welcoming party. Oh, did I do anything? Oh, right. Off stream, I found 2 flawed skulls on when I was farming Trav with my barbarian, and so I stuck them in this ethereal Volge for the Merc. So now he has the stronger weapon and has life leech with it, which is really, really important for a mercenary at this stage of the game. Oh, damn it. I just remembered, I'll get it later, I guess. But I have an item that requires level 15 that's just straight up better than my sword I'm using. By quite a bit. It has life leech, bonus to attack rating, higher damage. Possibly a few other things I can't remember. What level do I get charge at? Oh, I could already have it? Oh, damn. Alright, well, we're gonna have to start putting points over there. I didn't realize charge got level 12. Because that's such a good movement skill. Like, wow. I'm quite impressed. Like, this hallway right here would have been lovely to charge down. I also don't remember if it's level 1 or level 2. The waypoint. Something I can never remember.
Good evening.
Oh, there's a Dry Hills waypoint. Jesus, I'm all sorts of fucked up.
I've heard.
Because I probably should have found that before I went down here. Oh well. At least I wasn't exploring the rocky wastes for that long. Okay. Waypoint located. Oh man, that was awesome. Another interesting weapon that you could use on this paladin would be Azure Wrath, which is really cheap for what it is. The only problem with it is that I don't really like is because it because it has Sanctuary Aura, which is good and bad because it removes immunity, physical immunity from undead, which is really good. But I don't actually like that because it has Sanctuary Aura, it knocks back all the undead, which I don't really like for a melee character because I generally want all the enemies to group up on me so that way I can multi-hit them all with Zeal. Such as what happened with all that big swarm of bats. Just right in the center of all of them. And I just annihilated them instantly. Or like this right here. You want them all to funnel into you, not get knocked back. Which is what Azure Wrath would do. And Azure Wrath, what's also cool about Azure Wrath is it adds a ton of magic and cold damage. Which is good against, what would be good for when you run into physical immunes in Hell. Although, I suppose it doesn't really matter with Azure Wrath because, if I recall correctly, well, the only physical immune monsters that aren't undead. Am I right about that? Maybe I'm not. I think only undead are immune to physical. I don't remember. But anyway, if that is the case, then obviously Sanctuary Aura peels it off anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Hello, you have.
But it still would be useful against the unique bosses that have physical immunity, so wouldn't be a complete waste. So I don't know. So the point is that Azure Wrath is also an option. It's very cheap and very effective. Cheaper than Stormlash, so we'll see. I'm not really sure what I'm getting. We're going to be using, as I said before. I don't know. Was this added to? I don't remember if that was added to the level 87 areas for ladder, for patch 2.4. I don't remember. If it wasn't added, it should have been added. Alright, I gotta go find that waypoint. Yeah, I will say that. The only problem with when I do get charge is that I'll have to start playing with two hands. Because I'm enjoying having my hand in my pocket. Yeah, there's something very cathartic about just running around Diablo 2 on a melee character who has a multi-hit move. And of course it helps that he looks awesome. Alright, there's a far ways. Do I risk going up here? Immediately find it by going up there. That's cool. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Probably should just pause the video, huh? Alright, anyway. Having a fun conversation on my phone. Ooh, a maggot. Say what I'll do. Because I really want to use this next weapon. It's probably slower than this, though. I'm already one-shotting everything anyway. But when I find the... Oh, wait, should I? I guess maybe I shouldn't. That's a good question. Because the waypoint is down here, what does that mean the chances of the maggot lair also being down here are? Because I would suspect that because the waypoint's down here, the maggot lair is up top. Well, that's funny. So that means jack shit. I wonder if it actually means that... I wonder if the waypoint and the maggot lair always spawn on the same level. I have no idea. You have to ask the Diablo 2 speedrunner that. Could just be completely random. I really don't know. Let me just check something real quick. Oh my god, that's it? It literally increases my max damage by 10, having light on. It increases my min damage by 3 and max damage by 10. That's so not worth using. Might as well have Zeal over here for now. Which is the conclusion I reached before. I don't know, I just decided to put Zeal, put Might back over there for no real reason. Because it makes so much more sense to just put it on my right mouse so I can just hold it down. And I can just plow through everything. I don't even have to click. Which is the whole thing that makes the Frenzy Barb so great in comparison to the Zealot. Because I mean, those two are basically the same character. In the fact that they're multi-hit moves and they're like, you know, standstill multi-hit moves. Standstill multi-hit melee moves. Another tier rune. Yeah, because they're standstill multi-hit melee moves is, I guess, the best way to describe them. Because of that, they're basically the same playstyle. It's just the difference is that in order for the Paladin to be 100% effective, you need to have an aura in your right skill slot, which means you can't just hold down the right mouse button and move and do like an attack move, if you will. You have to keep on individually clicking on every single enemy you come across. Oh, well, you don't have to click every single time because it's a multi-hit 5 attack move, but you get my point. You have to do a lot of clicking as opposed to a Frenzy Barb who is 100% effective with just holding down the right mouse button. So that's where the Frenzy Barb is more enjoyable to play because of that. But of course the Paladin has its own benefits, of course, as I already mentioned. Like being able to use a shield, being able to use any weapon under the sun, pretty much. Not having to worry about the weapon mastery. And of course, I think most of the time the Paladin looks cooler because more of the Paladin's armor appearances look better than the Barbarians. Because there's maybe 2/3 of the Barbarian's armor, he's either wearing a loincloth or he has he's bare chested or something. So I think the Paladin just overall has cooler armor. But I will say that the Barbarians, end game armor, probably looks cooler. Debatable for sure. Damn, that poison is annihilating my health. Alright. Staff of Kings. Oh yeah, I found this. It's not special at all, it's one away from perfect gold find. Oh yeah, this Haas I got for free literally has the worst defense roll you can get. But hey, it's a free Haas, so I am not complaining about it. Which reminds me, let me just check. Well, what level do you get? What level do you have to be to use this? 42? Damn, that's so low. Jeez. 34, 47, 29, 63, 47, 58. Oh, a lot of this gear I'll be able to put on pretty early. No, well, not mid. I should be able to put most of that stuff on, but in the middle of Nightmare, I would think. Alright. We got charged. So let's slap charge over here. So what's this gonna be? I guess A. Yeah, okay, that's fine. God, that's nice. Uh-oh. Okay, here's a good idea. When we get the amulet and we're ready to go into the palace, because obviously the palace is always in the same spot and we haven't explored the palace at all yet, we'll grab that other weapon off my mule. It's not like the changing map matters at all for leaving the game. So we'll grab that weapon off of the mule after we get the amulet. And then continue on. That way I have the better weapon. And I won't have to risk losing an explored map. Sounds like a good plan to me. Whew, that's nice. Of course, I'm also playing with two hands now, which is in itself is bad. But man, you can't put a price on that move speed. So this is the Valley of the Snakes then, right? No. Can these roll 5 sockets in normal? Probably not. I mean, they should be able to. Because you can make a, it's a good thing to make a CTA out of. Or, I mean, I already have, I think, 2 double axes. 5 OS double axes to be made into CTAs. Alright, looks like everything's upstairs. There's the waypoints upstairs. And the, Claw Viper Temple, or the Valley of the Snakes is upstairs. Uh-oh. Let's get rid of all this shit.
It is an honor to serve you.
Greetings.
Oh, the waypoint could be over here, I guess. It's not, guys. Oh, shit. Yo, funny story. I might probably mention it on the Barbarian already, but... Yeah, when I would be playing on the Sorceress. When Diablo 2 first came out, Resurrected first came out and everyone was playing through it. Mostly everyone on a sorceress. And if you'd see people, myself included, would we'd have this was also before when D2R came out. It didn't have the quick skill cast, whatever it's called, the quick cast setup that you could implement. You couldn't do that yet. So you would do the old way where you'd click a button, click a hotkey, change the skill, then you'd click right mouse button to cast it. So because that, what would happen is people kept ancient tunnels. That's a level 87 area on Hell. Useful. Anyway, people kept they'd make it their portal, and they'd come back, and then instead of getting, because it would be sorceresses mostly that people would be playing, which is where their cast would go, their spell would go to cast, forgetting to switch off of town portal onto their spell, and then so they would cast town portal like 5 times in a row. And I did the same thing many a time as well. But it's still funny. It's so noticeable. It's like, yep, I fucked up. For all the world to see. Man, I can see like an infinite mana charge build being fun. That would be so stupid. Like strictly as charges your movement skill. You just have the amount of mana to support it. I don't even know how fast your mana has to be to support that though, because you're like, because there's no cast animation on it. It's just you're just doing it. So it's just, you're just constantly depleting your mana. It's not even like, you know, hammers. When you cast a hammer over and over again, there's at least a delay. Because I don't actually know how charge works as far as. I don't know how charge works as far as is it a spell? Does it work off of cast? Does it work off of? That's an interesting question. Does charge work off of faster cast rate? Your cast rate animation, does it work off of that? I have no idea. Because like you just do it, and you hold it down, and it just works. And you hit it, immediately goes. I don't think it's like a spell in that manner. That's interesting though, because I wonder how it actually, how mechanically it works. The whole point I'm getting at is that if you cast a spell that quickly, it'd be like infinite spells. Constantly, like there's no animation to wait. There's no delay. I don't think there's a Claw Viper waypoint. I don't remember what the Paladin says. It's something like, what? May the light always shine. May the light never cease to shine. Or something like that? I don't know. I feel like it's going to be something like that. Let's see.
The light can never be extinguished by evil.
Okay.
Greetings. The Viper.
Actually, don't have an amulet on. All right. Well, now we have. Now we reached that spot. So we'll talk to Drognin.
I've been
Okay. All right. Now we'll go and grab that item. It's a mace. You guys are gonna like it. All right. So where's it at? What level am I? 17, 18? Because that might dictate if we use a different weapon. Okay, let's see what we got here. Alright. So it's this guy right here. Level 15. It is slower, but it's stronger. That 2+2 to light radius would have been useful for that level I just played. Open wounds, doesn't really care, doesn't matter. So the attack rating bonus is nice. Increased damage, 3 to sacrifice is useless. Open wounds isn't really that great, and 5% life stolen per hit is nice. Alright, so let's see. What's that? It's 21. This is what I will be using eventually. More damage. Really fast attack speed. 1 to 20 damage is nice. Mana leech. Slows target. Good stuff. This is an amazing level 6 item. Just because the damage on it for level 6 is insane. And then life leech. This is what I was using on the Barbarian for a little bit. Which whatever. Let's just see what else we got here. 22. Probably better, honestly, than the Tandaliga. It's probably better than that. Because it adds both leech, adds a ton of fire damage and a ton of poison damage. Yeah, this is just better. Might not be quite as fast, but it is better. It absolutely is better. Because this is 21, this is 22. There's really no point in having this item existing. Because I'd rather just use the Hell Plague. The reason I was keeping these was just in the off chance I ever made a Frenzy Barb. You could dual wield these. Although again, kind of silly because you'd eventually run into this at 22. This is 19. And this is just better. Oh yeah, while we're here. 17. He might be level 17. This is much better than the weapon he's using. Maybe not much better. More life leech for sure, though. We'll bring this over. What was next? 25. And what do we have here? A 42. Okay. These are potential candidates right here for endgame weapons I'd use on this Zealot. Alright, well, whatever. While we're here, I just want to look at my low level armor again. Just to see if there's anything we could still use to replace Siggins with. I don't think there is. Because I know we have this, which is low. Level 5. This is an awesome level 5 item. I think everything else is too high. 21. That we're coming up on Ancient's Pledge. Stealth. We could use that. That's nice for the poison resist. Hit recovery and run walk. 29 is too much. 28, 17. Okay, you could use this. This is really good. Level 17, 15 to all resist. That's good. And everything else is like too high of a level. 17. This is good. 20. This is really good for a caster. What we got here? Skin of the Flayed One, Dark Glow. A dark glow. Yeah, there is definitely a combination to use here, because you would use Steel Clash, Dark Glow, because that right there, that's 25 to resistance. Use both of those. You could use this for Leech. This adds another 15. There is something to be said here. There is a nice there's definitely there's definitely a nice combination you could use here for right now. Because you could use this, the gloves, and the shield. You just don't have a belt. I don't have a belt, and I don't have boots. Eventually you could use it. Like, yeah, there's a good combination to be used. Like when you're level 29, you have this adds a ton of resistance. This is kind of insane. Also, what's cool about this is it has vigor, so you could flip vigor on when you're, you know, not in combat. Just turn vigor on. Well, in fact, actually, you just leave vigor on as your aura because you're not using an aura right now. Of course, then you lose the right mouse button attack. Oh yeah, and then there's this, which is 29. I guess this is actually better than just Steel Clash. Yeah, this would be. I would rather just use this than Steel Clash. Ancient's Pledge. Yeah, that's 19. Or that's 21. Yeah, so we might replace if at around level 21, 22, 23-ish. We might replace Siggins. Oh, I'm level 18. Okay. So it could be an idea. Oh, because in that situation, you wouldn't even need to use a shield. You could use yeah, you could use a two-handed weapon. Like you could use one of those pole arms. That could be better. Cause like, oh, I can't use it yet. This wouldn't be that much better. Oh yeah, this is nowhere near. This isn't even like a contest. This is a one-handed weapon. It's doing way more damage. Oh! Bastard's level 15. He actually doesn't have the dexterity for it either, but he will once he levels up. So he can't use it yet. Is he level? Getting ready to? Yeah, he'll be leveled up to 16 soon at least. Okay. Anyway, what's our damage now? Very respectable. Let's compare and contrast. Oh yeah. Attack rating goes up by a nice chunk too. Oh yeah, this thing's way better. Alright, away we go. It's Palace Cellar level 1, right? Some of these waypoints, man. Oh yeah, right. What are my life leeches at this point? Probably 20% or something. Similar to the barbarians. Must be power cellar level 2. One of these days, I'll remember it. But it's not this day. I'm just gonna quickly scan over here. Okay, the waypoint's definitely not here. So it's gotta be level 2. Okay, maybe his power's level 3, I can't remember. Obviously. In case that wasn't blatantly obvious. Not to mention I already said it like 3 times. But just to quickly compare this with a frenzy barb or a double swing barb, like this early in the game, like the DPS between myself, a zealot, and a double swing / frenzy barb, there's no difference. Like it's just the barbarian. The barbarian is just required to use 2 weapons, so he's just completely losing his shield. And you can see how useful this shield is because the shield is adding. Well, not so much the block chance, but just the fact of, obviously this is a bad example because it's Siggins, but this is adding, okay, this actually isn't adding any resistance. But the point is, oh, it is adding a little bit of fire resist because it's a full set, right? Yes. It's adding a little bit of fire resist because it's the full set. The point is that I'm trying to make is that, where the fuck is the exit? Oh, it's right here. Jeez, that's hard to see. The point I'm trying to make is that you're not actually getting a DPS increase for using 2 weapons. It's just it's required that you have to use 2 weapons. So you're just losing. You're basically just losing defense, block chance, and resistance bonuses for nothing. Which I mean, it's not like that's gonna, you know, make or break the game. Like you're still gonna, fuck, why isn't it letting me attack these? That's weird. It's just you're losing bonuses is all. They're not necessary, but they're nice. Because I'm just thinking how like a double swing barbarian would not be able to use Ancient's Pledge, which adds basically 50 to all resistances. And it's like, that's pretty damn, like if you're looking at all the poison damage and shit I'm taking, it's pretty useful. Yeah, and it's just the only thing about it is that's literally all it is. It's just a requirement. And now of course there's some, you know, interesting combinations you can do with double weapons, like you can have more crushing blow on one of your weapons, and you could have, you know, a chance to proc some sort of curse on a weapon on the other weapon. So I mean, you know, you can get a little bit of a bonus, but for in general, if you could use a shield and still have a multi-hit move, I would want to do that. It's just you can't on a barbarian, which is one of the things that, like, big advantage that a zealot has. And not to mention, of course, the 75% block chance is also pretty awesome. Because that's basically reducing physical damage you take by 75%, which is pretty outrageous. So I guess I was wrong. The waypoint must be on level 2. Thought I explored basically the whole area though. Am I really gonna have to take the portal back and look for this damn thing? I can't believe this. Is it actually on level 1? Did I get it and not even not pay attention? That's gonna be embarrassing. Well, the only place it could be is this right here. Okay. So it's on level 1 then. This is horrible. The fuck is it? Oh, it's right here. Fucking isn't this? It's in the same spot every fucking time. It's always in that little center area. Well, at least I didn't already get it, quote unquote. I just did see it on the map. Alright, maybe on my 3rd playthrough of this game, I'll remember that it's there. Which, by the way, and if anyone's wondering, the 3rd playthrough, I don't even know if I would record it, but the 3rd playthrough would almost certainly be a Necromancer. Level up for PvP. / room clearing with corpse explosion, because you can do that too. Yeah. The only other character that it might be, which would be very unlikely, would be a Frenzy Barb, which I really, really doubt. After playing a Zealot, I don't think I want to play through the game with a Frenzy Barb. The only reason I'd want to is just because it's something I've never done before. Alright, anyway, this is a quote I do remember, which is, "This is surely the product of a twisted mind."
This surely is the product of a twisted mind.
Got him. Okay. I think I should stop here. Nah, we can do the Arcane Sanctuary. We'll stop on after I finish the Arcane Sanctuary. That's where we'll stop. So we'll stop once we get the Canyon of the Magi's waypoint. Yeah. So when I was thinking about the shield thing and the barbarian dual wielding, whatever, the reason I thought about it was because if I wasn't to use Siggins, that means I don't have to use a shield, which means I could use a two-handed weapon on him. But then on this Zealot. But then what that means is you'd be giving up Ancient's Pledge, which is 50 to resistances, which is insane. And it's like, are you really increasing your damage by that much by using a two-handed weapon? I don't think so. So I don't think it would be worth using a two-handed weapon, like one of the pole arms or spears or whatever, or a two-handed sword, or I just don't think it's worth it. Jesus, I just get lucky with this shit. And I think on the barbarian I got it on my first one. Jesus.
Rest in peace, tortured soul. Seekers of the tomb.
What's the statistics here on this guy? 16? Okay, never mind. Because he needs to be level... What was it, 17 or 18? Because if it's 17... I'm gonna go say, 'cause I might want to just kill some shit in the canyon here and level him up.
Greetings.
If it's 17. It's 17. Alright, let's do that.
Faith is. I feel.
Hello.
Let's do that. Just so we can give him the better spear. Before we leave. This is a pretty good area to level. I mean, oh, he's coming. And it shouldn't take him long to get to that level 17. Be funny if he leveled up off screen. Make sure he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. It's probably not really even honestly that better of a weapon. I think it attacks faster though, and it has more life leech. As far as damage goes though, I don't actually know if has that much more damage. Oh yeah, real quick, just popped into my head another versus situation with the Paladin versus the Zealot versus Frenzy Barb is that, of course, they both are some of the best Uber farmers. Now, of course, the Zealot Paladin has access to Smite, so he's technically better, but Frenzy's still a very good build to do Ubers with. So they both have that going for them. But of course, the Frenzy Barb, if you're building them for Magic Find or whatever, the Frenzy Barb has access to Find Item, which puts him on a whole other level than the Zealot. Because they have the same exact kill speed. The only difference then is at that point is that the Frenzy Barb can find item on all the unique boss monsters. Or boss packs, I guess you'd call them. Whatever. The point is that overall, if you want to play my terminology of the stand and attack melee characters, the Frenzy Barb is more useful because he's good enough at doing Ubers, and he's also better at magic finding because of Find Item. In fact, you would never ever play. There's no reason ever, except for just that you like the play style of playing a Magic Find Zealot. There's absolutely no use for doing that. If you have a Zealot that's high enough level to do that, you would respec him and just make him a hammered in. Yo, I can't believe it's taking this long for him to level up. Jesus, I'm actually going to clear the area without him leveling up. I thought he was going to level up in like a snap of a finger. Because if he doesn't level up, if I kill this entire canyon and he doesn't level up, then we're just stopping. I'm not going to enter a tomb. And it looks like that's going to be a reality here in a second. I can't believe this. Okay, he's almost there. Maybe what we'll do instead is, if he doesn't level up in the canyon, we'll go back to the Arcane Sanctuary. And get him the little extra points he needs. This is crazy. He is like a sliver. He needs a cunt hair of experience. Look at this. Holy shit, man. And there's no more enemies left. He needs probably 2 enemies. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see how many it takes. Alright, that's 1. Alright, this corner's unexplored. Oh, here we go. Alright, he's oh, we'll definitely have it here. Yeah, he just had it. He needed 2 more enemies. That's what he needed. From that point. Okay. Alright, now let's head back and grab that spear. That's funny.
How may I help you?
And threw it on the ground. Alright. Oh yeah, really quick though, let's just do a quick compare here. So he's 38 to 79 with that. Yeah, 34 to 83. Oh, so basically the same damage. Actually, literally the same damage. Because you have 4 less on the minimum damage, but 4 more on the minimum damage, 4 less on the maximum damage. So the damage is literally the same. However, this has fast attack speed, this is normal, so he's probably going to be attacking faster with this. This adds more life, which is a little helpful, and it could help him survive. And it has open wounds, which isn't really useful for anything. It's not that great, but it, you know, whatever. You're fighting Doriel or whatever, opening his wounds, you know, adds a little bit more damage. Alright then. There we go. Whoops. Just throw some of this over here, why not? Okay. Alrighty. Alright, well that's that. I'll catch you in the next episode. We'll be doing Talrasha's Tomb, killing Doriel, and then a few things in Act 3. Hopefully we'll be able to get the jungle done. Catch you later.